Hey friends, we're going to learn how to make this little ornament using a cookie cutter, and then with these skills you can make something like this by putting your own design on it. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first we are going to do everybody's favorite part of pottery, which is wedging. And we're just going to make sure that this is wedged fairly even. For something like an ornament, air bubbles aren't a huge deal, but you just still want to make sure that the clay is fairly uniform. And then I'm going to take this old rolling pin and I'm just going to smack this down until it's, flatter, because if you try to roll that big clump, it's going to be too hard. And then these are just 1/4-inch dowels or trim pieces that I got from Home Depot. And then this is a giant rolling pin that I got from Dick Blick online. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it out, and each time I roll, I go ahead and I lift up that clay to make sure that it's getting released and that it's not sticking too much to that board, and then it'll end up tearing later on. So alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some cornstarch to our slab, and what this is going to do is it's going to prevent our cookie cutter from sticking to the slab. And I've also dusted the cookie cutter with cornstarch as well. So if you wanted to make that round cookie cutter one that I showed, the like Luna Lovegood glasses one, then you would just use a round cookie cutter at this point, and then you would add your designs later on. So that's just another way to do it. So up until this point, all the steps are the same. So for this one though, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp it in, and we're just going to make sure that it's a really even stamp. So really push it down on all the edges in the center and everything, and dust it with cornstarch if you start to feel it stick. And that's going to just give you a really good impression and get all those super cute little details in there. And then this is the cutter that comes with that set, and so you can just get the cookie cutter if you want and forego this, but it is a nice little thing that it's just a neat tool to make it a little bit easier. But if you don't want to get it, that's okay. You can just do a needle tool or a knife tool or whatever you have, and that works totally fine too. I will go ahead and link the cookie cutter and all the supplies that I used here in the description below so that you guys can go take a look at it if you want to. These cookie cutters are really not expensive at all. They're fairly cheap. I can't remember how much, but I'll link it below. And none of this is sponsored. This is just stuff that I use and I enjoy using. So yeah, so once we're done getting these all cut out, we're going to go ahead and add the holes. And I just use a straw, and I just push it through when it is still wet, because it gives a really clean cut instead of having any sharp points. And then I just do it to all of them. So the straw works really well. It's one of those things that you wouldn't think, but it actually works really well. So nice clean circles, nice clean cuts on there. And this is the piece all bisqued and ready to glaze, which we will do another day. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.